Hi there, it's Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com here with a Pauper video for MTG Arena. That is right, Pauper is back to MTG Arena, and last time we had a lot of success with our Dimir Control Pauper deck using Salvager of Secrets to get back Soul Salvage. So it was kind of the Salvage Control deck. This time I'm going to try both that with some new Guilds of Ravnica cards that pair nicely with it, as well as the Pauper Surveil deck. Now, a lot of the Surveil payoffs are not in... They're uncommon, so both the Thoughtbound Phantasm and the Dimir Spybug. So the only Surveil payoff right now is the Darkblade Agent. I like Darkblade Agent because I've played Pauper decks, standard Pauper decks in the past that use like Stealer of Secrets, and Darkblade Agent is almost as good as the Stealer of Secrets. It can be better when it gets the Death Touch because it can trade with anything, but this has to have Surveil to happen before it turns into like a Stealer of Secrets to draw a card if it deals damage to an opponent. So the idea of a Darkblade Agent deck is you want to keep the board clear and have the Darkblade Agent get you that kind of renewable card draw per turn to keep up with what your opponent's doing. So if you are 1-for-1ing your opponent but drawing an extra card per turn, of course you're gonna stay ahead of the card advantage. So we can try this one out. I think I want to try the old school one out first. I'm also adding the Salvager of Secrets Soul Salvage combo in here because this pairs really well with like Notion Rain. And just the usual suspects for Surveil. I think Mephitic Vapors is going to be good in this format. I think a lot of people are going to go tokens. I think a lot of people are going to try to go Healer Hawk deck as well. And you're going to run against those rat decks. So something that just clears the rats is just a bomb in this format. We're not too worried about the rats to begin with because we have cards like Moment of Craving and Vicious Offering. So this one is like Dazzling Lights and Unexplained Disappearance to enact the Surveil early so that you can start getting in with the Darkblade Agent. And then Dimir Informant with being able to sever strands. It is pretty good. You gain 4 life, clear another blocker, draw a card. And then, of course, Whisper Agent and Notion Rain to finally get the tempo down and finishing off with Watcher in the Mist. So it looks like kind of a bad draft deck, but in Pauper, this is pretty reasonable. The other deck that I'm going to play is, or I think I'm going to play for this video series, is just my old school Soul Salvage and Salvager of Secret deck. I've made some additions, like we lose Festering Mummy, we lose the 5/5 hexproof that you can cycle into the graveyard. However, we still have some access to good cards like Blink in the Eye. This one I'm going to kind of split the creatures. I have 3 Omenspeakers, 1 Burglar Rat, 1 Dusk Legion Zealot, 1 Skittering Surveyor, and 1 Skyscanner. All of these, I think, will give me options for which card, if you have like an option of cards that do different things, I think it's better than playing just a 4 of 1 card. However, I do think the Dimir Informant is still the best card for this slot because it's going to block a lot of creatures that may get up to the 3 power. And I mean, it blocks rats for quite a while. And the Surveil too, I think is really good in this deck, especially when it's attached to a 1/4 body. I think it's just strictly better than Scry. I might just completely cut the Omenspeakers and go more of these other cards. Omenspeaker just has that good synergy again with these Severed Strands. Gaining 3 life and killing a creature is pretty clutch in this format. So it's a control deck, so we're going to run 4 Essence Scatters, 4 Moment of Cravings, because just slow down the aggro is fine. One thing I also do like about Moment of Craving, I have used this plenty of times before just to gain life, is to moment my own Omenspeaker to gain life. There are going to be some burn decks with Lightning Strike in the format. Severed Strands ×2, Vicious Offering ×2. This allows us also to get our combo back in the graveyard. You don't want to get stuck with Soul Salvage not having a way to kill itself off. In the past, I've used like Costly Plunder. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if we need to put a Costly Plunder in here to get our Soul Salvage come back in the graveyard. We can rely on these two. One of Mephitic Vapors, we explained that. I think Rats and Hawks are going to be a thing. 3 Soul Salvage, 2 Notion Rains. Notion Rain seems really good with be able to gain life with Severed Strand and Vicious Offering and put cards in the graveyard. 2 Devious Cover-Ups. I'm thinking if we have to go the long distance, the combo with 2 Devious Covers-Ups is you can never mill yourself, as you can just counter things and then put 4 cards back on top of your library. 4 Salvager of Secrets, they're going to be a nice toolbox card. And 1 Watcher of the Mist, it blocks the 3/2 hexproof card. It also surveils too. I don't know if we need to go up in this or if we need to run the 3/2 hexproof card ourselves. 1 Syncopate, and we're going to run 22 lands, a 7/7 split with 4 of both of the dual lands that come into play tapped. So again, this is a first trial of this deck. This deck will get better when we figure out the meta and decide what cards we need to bring in. Again, there's a lot of options with like Costly Plunder, I think that's the only one right now we have. I don't think we have the one that draws multiple cards. I think that's not a common. That rotated too, I believe. That was of or Kaladesh. All right, so the other options like the Costly Plunder is still something that I think this deck could use. Additional cost, you sacrifice an artifact creature to draw 2 cards. I even thought about putting some of the pirates in here. The Prosperous Pirate seems pretty good in a deck that wants a lot of mana. You get a 3/4 body plus 2 artifacts. That's always something you can put in here. There is things like the Contract Killing / the Surveil one / the Gain 3 Life one that is an option, and even like Dimir Lockets don't seem too bad in this particular deck. Speaking of like the Lockets, the 2/3 Elephant, or is it an Elephant? I think it's an Elephant out of M19 with an artifact that returns an artifact from your graveyard. I think that's actually a pretty sweet little combo with the Lockets. It's a way to kind of grind out your opponent and draw a lot of cards. Things like Explosive Apparatus and then ways to recur your creatures could be the win con. But we'll look at that later on down the road. I think I'm just going to give this black. The black blue control worked out for me last time. I think it's going to work out for me again. So let's go over here and let's queue up with a Papa. So it is once again back to the horrible prize support. You have to go 4 wins to get your gold back, and you get 2 garbage cards if you do not get the 4 wins. So horrible prize support. I think if they want people to actually play these formats, they should up the prize support comparatively, not kind of kill it. You should put a pack here. Come on, a pack for winning. Whatever, Arena. Let's start off with the Pauper one, and maybe we'll try the Surveil one in another video series. So thinking about this deck, I might play just a few games because this is an insanely grindy deck, and I have to get out of the store in about an hour. So yeah, let's try to play this as quickly as possible. Alrighty, so we're going up against a Karn. Not as bad as going up against a Teferi, because friends don't let friends use the Teferi avatar. I think this is keepable. We have a Submerged Boneyard. We have an Essence Scatter and a Dusk Legion Zealot. Our opponent's in Ramp. This is a popular strategy. This is one of the decks we actually do pretty good against. Maybe I should have kept up an Essence Scatter, but I want to try to hit a land drop, and we do. So next turn I can Essence Scatter whatever comes out. I might be playing from behind, like my opponent puts out a 4-drop. Okay, that's fine. We'll take the damage for now, in case my opponent wants to do another one. Wow, that's actually pretty good to just Severed Strands the Druid. Yep. Yeah, that's a pretty good trade. It's a 1-for-1, but my card got a card back. Unfortunately, we're still now at the mercy of my opponent putting stuff out, but they do not. So I think just like the Informant is better than the Skyscanner, just so I can start surveilling. And we're gonna get rid of the Vapors and throw the land on top. So we're in great shape. Our opponent can start casting big creatures. Doesn't have it. I think we've pretty much got this down. We're just going to keep up the Essence Scatters from now on until we get one more land for the Skyscanner, and then we can start. There we go. So now I can play the Skyscanner and hold up Essence Scatter. So typically this is what new players do. They try to think of very linear strategies when combating a new format. I'm not a fan of Ramp. I think it might like beat some aggro decks, but it's just going to fold to control. Whenever you're using... Whenever you're trying to go big on one card, like this deck is doing, like Oaken Forms, you're just leaving yourself open for 2-for-1s. And this is all you need in Magic. A couple 1/1s can take over the game if you can keep up with card advantage. So we are doing phenomenally well. Our opponent is getting mana flooded. However, my opponent is getting their Siege Worms countered. And we still have another Severed Strand up, and we also have the Soul Salvage. We have now a Devious Cover-Up. We're getting in here for the damage. I don't think Devious Cover-Up wants to put it... Well, we might put Essence Scatters back in. Yeah, I might actually shuffle things back in. All right, Ancient Brontodon even gets Devious Covered-Up. And we're going to put in a Dusk, an Essence Scatter, an Essence Scatter. And a Severed Strands is fine to shuffle back in. So we're kind of doing the opposite of thinning out our deck. We're putting good cards back in. And there's our opponent's scoop. So very linear strategy with the green deck trying to play big creatures. Not a very good strategy in my opinion. I think it'll actually lose to kind of the white lifelink decks too. I'm really anticipating a ton of Healer Hawk decks. So Healer Hawks that try to get hooked up with an enchantment. like a 2/2/2. And they can throw the other 1/2 flyer in there as well. That I think is going to be a pretty popular strategy. Another great hand to keep. We're with the Dust Legion Zealot, Moment of Craving, Salvager of Secrets, Notion Rain. Like I said, here's the white deck, so if our opponent puts out a card this turn, we'll just kill it, depending on what it is. So, black-white. Not afraid of a black-white deck. I might go up on the count of my lands. We'll just lead off with Dust Legion Zealot. We want to hit that 3-drop for the Notion Rain. You can do it. Ah, you are such an awful card, Dust Legion Zealot. You cost me a life. We can use the Severed Strands, though, to kill something if it's big. If not, we'll just Moment Cravings it. If not, we'll just Notion Rain it. So I don't think that's the biggest threat at the moment. I'd rather just Notion Rain to hit another. Does my opponent have any sort of pumps in this deck? Yeah, we'll just Dimir Informant. This kind of just locks it down. Yeah, we want both of those. And what do we want next turn? Do we want to be able to cast 2 spells? No, I think we want to come in to play tap land, because we'll be casting a Notion Rain. Yeah, so that's fine. We'll keep them both. So our opponent's stuck on lands. We are not. Our opponent can't attack into the Bishop's Soldier. If my opponent does, I'll still make the block. Yeah, this is fine. If my opponent's got a pump, who cares? If my opponent wants to trade for a Dust Legion Zealot, awesome. So I'm expecting some sort of pump, kill the Dimir Informant. Still 1-for-1 that set up my library. And is going to use my opponent's turn, which is exactly what I want done in a control deck. So I don't think my opponent's going to be able to kill both of them, unless is there a card that gives Death Touch in this format? I am not certain. Yeah, so just going to trade with the Dimir Informant with a Moment of Triumph. I could really care less about that. We could go for the Moment of Craving right now and just get it done. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think what we're going to do is just Moment of Craving the Bishop's Soldier. And attack in. And then next turn we'll be able to have... we can do 2 things next turn. So we can kill off whatever my opponent puts out and Notion Rain. Alright, I don't care about those. Those can happen. I think what we're going to do is just Notion Rain. And at this point, I do want an Omenspeaker here, and I do want a Notion Rain. But I don't know why I switched the order. It doesn't really matter. We're going to scry lands to the top. Hopefully that's what we find. Yep, both of those are good. We'll get the tap land next turn. Pass the turn. This is a very mana-hungry deck, so we do want to hit land drops every turn. We have another Notion Rain to get us back in this. Our opponent now does hit the 4th land, but they're still struggling now with our board state. Have used a lot of resources versus what we've used. We're up in lands. A Paladin's going to give more. So this is why I said Mephitic Vapors is really good. I expected this deck. I expected life gain to be a thing. And now we can just keep up our instances, and yep, we'll just pass the turn. We have a Devious Cover-Up that can get rid of anything that's like too problematic. We can Vicious Offering away the Paladin as well. End of turn. I don't even care if this attacks in and does damage. We want to hold up our mana in case some bomb comes out. So there could be like Inspiring Charges in this that we want to Devious Cover-Up. I'm assuming that's what my opponent's actually holding mana up here. So we're going to block. My opponent's going to cast the Inspiring Charge, and we're going to counter it. Or, I don't know. Actually, I could just even Vicious Offering. I don't know what I'm going to do here. Probably counter it, because then my opponent loses 2 creatures. We take some damage. Yeah, okay. This is what we're going to do. We're actually going to block the Paladin and block the Paladin right here. This will definitely get out a spell. Moment of Triumph. Yeah, I'm going to use my mana here for Devious Cover-Up. We do want a Dimir Informant, but I think I want a Moment of Craving more next turn. Oh no, these are putting these back in my library. Yeah, that's fine. We'll put them all back in. I'm like, I was thinking I was scrying here. I'm like, derp. But my opponent could have another card, but this is a huge trade with countering this, spending my opponent's mana. And next turn we're okay with we still have like Vicious Offering to take care of anything if my opponent gets through. Moment of Craving, okay, that's fine. Yeah, we want to take action. We don't want those on top. And I take 3. My opponent's out of mana. We get the Moment of Craving, which I think I'm just going to lead off right now. Again. And we're going to Notion Rain. Blink is good. I still think I want to hit land. So we'll keep them both on top. And that way we have a blink. We have a Vicious Offering I can actually do right. I'm going to do a Vicious Offering. Just so my opponent, if they have any sort of like Inspiring Charge or whatnot, I don't take an insane amount of damage this turn. So 3 cards left in my hand. We've almost ran our opponent out of cards. And we have the Salvager of Secret to get back. Vicious Offering or Moment of Craving is fine. Just take the 2. See what my opponent puts out. Nothing. We have a Syncopate that can come up. So I think I'm just going to Salvager of Secrets here and just get back a Moment of Craving. I think that's the smart play, just to keep up our life total. And again, we have a Syncopate in case there's a 6 mana spell. I highly doubt there is. I think my opponent's just going to Moment of Craving my Salvager of Secret here. That still gets out of a card, and we are definitely winning the card advantage. We're up by 2 lands. Vicious Offering, yep. I can't Syncopate it, so I'm not going to blink it either. That's fine. So the Epicure of Blood, this is one we will Syncopate. It's gone. One of their finishers. And we go down to 12. We are fine. Severed Strands, not a card I wanted to draw. We'll just pass the turn. We might end up blinking one of these tokens. Opponent has 2 cards left in hand. Martyr of Dusk. Sure. So we are going to kick it. And we'll Moment the other one. We can be pretty indiscriminate with our removal because we are so far ahead with card advantage. And now we have the Soul Salvager. Let's go ahead and go the Skittering Surveyor. It trades with the Martyr of Dusk. It can go get us a basic land. We'll go get a... What do we have more of? Let's go get an island. Throw an island out. And now we'll cast Soul Salvage, getting back Salvager of Secret and Dusk Legion Zealot. Yeah. And then we'll cast the Dusk Legion Zealot to draw a card. And we have an island for next turn. Awesome. So we're going to hit our land drop next turn. We're going to be able to block the Martyr of Dusk. We really don't even care what our opponent's doing now. Bishop Soldier, who cares? And we don't care about the other cards. See if the Martyr's coming in. Who cares if the Martyr comes in? We'll just block with the Dusk Legion Zealot. And then I'll force out, some sort of response by my opponent. Yep, so we'll block here. And my opponent does not play anything else, so we'll just go ahead, Salvager of Secret on the... Where's it at? The Soul Salvage. And then we're going to Severed Strand the Bishop Soldier with the Salvager of Secret. Just so we can get the combo going. Pass the turn. So we need to find another Salvager of Secrets, and then we really have the looping of the combo. We're so far ahead in the mana advantage. What, by 3? My opponent's going to have to trade a spell for the Skittering Surveyor? Okay, I'm definitely okay with that. Yup. There's a 3rd Moment of Triumph. Running out of Moment of Triumph. And we have a Dimir Informant, but we're going to go Soul Salvage, hitting the Salvager of Secret. And at this point, I think just the Skittering Surveyor is fine until we have all our lands. And we're going to go Skittering Surveyor. Go and get a basic land. We'll get a Swamp this time. Can't play it because we played a land this turn. We're going to go ahead and Dimir Informant. And then put both of those on top is fine. Yeah, that's fine. Pass the turn. This matchup's really, really annoying because look how much we have to grind our opponent down. They're at 39. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start attacking in. And Salvager of Secrets on the Soul Salvage. Wherever the Soul Salvage is, they always keep putting it at the very bottom. Does it go by alpha? No, okay, it goes by reverse order? I'm not sure exactly what it does. This feels horribly bad. But it is what it is. We just need that back in the graveyard. And my opponent does not realize they are locked yet. Possibly they do. And we just have to slowly grind down our opponent. So I hope this Informant finds another Soul Salvage. Or Salvager. I mean, they're fine. They're both fine. Let's go ahead and get a Salvager of Secrets and a Dusk Legion Zealot. We'll cast the Dusk Legion Zealot. And then pass the turn. 3 cards in my opponent's hand. 7 lands. They probably have another 13 lands left in the deck at least. So they're actually right on par with where they should be with lands. With 39 remaining. There's another Soul Salvage for us. We'll go ahead and attack in. And this time we can just go Watcher. This speeds up the process. And Surveil 2, we know we want that. We want both of them. So, I don't know. Yeah, we'll just keep both of them. I think at this point we keep whatever's on top unless it's a land. And I think we just pass it. No. We want to spend our mana. So I'm going to Salvager of Soul Salvage. Whoops, cancel. We don't want to do Soul Salvage. Nothing. Pass the turn. Sworn Companions. I can't counter that. Who cares? Not a threat. Well, Vicious Offering. Oh, I should have sacrificed something there. Probably not, actually. Attacking with everything. Hopefully my opponent blocks here. The Dusk Legion Zealot. There you go. Now you give me another target for a Soul Salvage. Thank you much. So we now have 2 targets. Play the Dusk Legion Zealot. Draw that Devious Cover-Up. And play the Omenspeaker. Scry away the land. We'll keep the Notion Rain. It's card advantage. Pass the turn. Our opponent is stubbornly holding on. I don't know if I can blame them. They're locked at this point. Not sure what kind of payoffs they have. I haven't seen any of the 2/2 flyers. But we're out of 2 Sworn Companions, 2 Bishops. A lot of their combat tricks are gone. And let's hope they just don't make us go through all their timeouts, because people are salty when you play Control, myself included sometimes. I get very salty with... I don't know. I'm okay with this sort of Control. I just don't like the heavy. I'm still interacting. Alright, so let's draw some more cards. We do want to hit a land drop, so if it is a land, we'll hit it. That's fine. We'll take them both. And Salvager of Secrets can go get us a Soul Salvage. And we'll pass the turn. We have a Essence Scatter to hold up. You can do it, LPO Peru. Do I have any bugs to click on? Oh. I got some butterflies to click on. Little animations they put in here so you can not die of boredom while your opponent takes forever. Where are those little bugs at? There's another Sky Marcher. It does a damage. Not a biggie, because now we will Moment of Craving it. Get out that last Moment of Triumph. Nope, doesn't have it. Do we even have any creatures in our graveyard? We do not, so pass the turn. Opponent's down to 9, has 1 turn to live. We have a Devious Cover-Up, and this is definitely game. Had to really grind out our opponent. I want Notion Rain, Devious Cover-Up, Notion Rain, and we'll do a Severed Strands back in. Another Luminous Bond. All right. Delaying the inevitable. We hit a land. That's fine. Still don't have anything in the graveyard to go back with the Soul Salvage. Sovereign's Bite's annoying. Sovereign's Bite's annoying. Dimir Informant. I'm going to throw any creatures. Ugh, I'll keep the Moment of Craving on top just in case my opponent throw away the Guildgate. And right, we don't have any creatures. I do not believe. Nope. All right. So I don't think there's anything my opponent can do. The double Sovereign's Bite was annoying. So they do have the ability to... playing this deck in the future, I'm going to have to preserve my... Oh, okay. They're just going to throw a Knight's Pledge. To cast another white spell maybe to get the daily? I'm not sure. Alright, that took longer than I wanted it to take. We are 2-0, moving on to game number 3. Loving the deck so far. Yeah, pretty clutch. Not going to get our daily by casting green and red spells. Who casts green or red spells? Does anyone even play green or red? Come on, those are the worst 2 colors. Just kidding. Alright, so this is a hand we have to ship back. We do not have the second land, so we'll ship it back. This is fine. Very good, actually. And I think we want a land, Syncopate, Watcher. Yeah, that's fine. Because the Watcher can get us out of this. This is just going to be a white weenie deck. We have a great hand for this. Well, sort of. I didn't like the mulligan. Silver Beak Griffin. I'm going to main phase kill it because of all the various pump spells. No, I don't want to keep that swamp on top. Can I take it back? Go ahead and kill the Silver Beak. And now we just need to get to Watcher. I could lose this, but this will be chalked up to a loss of a mulligan slash a land flood. Oh, that's a good draw. And that will stop the land flood. So what we want to hit is just more control cards. Yep, get rid of that. Keep the Moment. Opponent looks a little bit flooded as well. I'm not sure they can do a lot with their mana. Is this going to get a Moment of Triumph out? And I'll absolutely trade a card for a Righteous Blow. Yeah, this doesn't even trade a card. It trades. It's 2 for 1, getting back a Hunted Witness Lifelinker. So that's really good. Now we have a Syncopate slash a Moment of Craving. We'll Syncopate it. We want to spend our mana. Down to a 20. That's a rough life total. The Watcher. Watcher's going to try to find us some good stuff. Soul Salvage, absolutely. Yeah, we want both of these. What do we have in the graveyard? We only have 1 card in the graveyard, though, so maybe I don't want Soul Salvage. I think I'm actually going to throw it away. Hilahak. Told you this deck was going to be big. Healer hot deck. This is just trying to out position the aggro decks, or just grind out the aggro decks like the rat decks. And my opponent apparently wants a lifelinker, wants to trade a card. I don't understand that. Alright, so we will go ahead and get a basic land. We are low on the islands. And then we will Omenspeaker. And Burglar Rat. I have one card in hand. I'm going to get rid of both of them. Scry them both. Play a land. Pass a turn. There's the third Healer Hawk. Okay, sure. They have one card in hand. They didn't use it last turn, so I don't know what this is. They're just kind of throwing away their cards for no reason. Unless they have a 3 damage spell. Yeah, that's just... I mean, I guess you can just roll over. I'm fine with that. I don't understand some players sometimes where they get so, like, trigger happy just to attack in. Hey, look at us. We found the Vapors. And we want the Blink of the Eye. Throw away the Swamp. GG. Take Vengeance. Ooh, kills my Watcher. That's annoying. And draws a card with Revitalize. I don't think this is where Lifelink wants to be, though. Only 2 life ahead of the control deck. Devious Cover-Up's kind of pointless here. We are sort of flooding out. We have 7 lands and 2 in the graveyard. We scryed some, but are they still on the bottom? Yeah, they are still on the bottom. What do we have? Soul Salvage wise. Yeah, it's worth it. Soul Salvage is good. Devious Cover-Up is also good. Or Salvager of Secrets. And now we just have to grind out our opponent. We have double counterspell. Opponent's at 7 lands, so they flooded as well. Hunted Witness is fine. Not a biggie. We get the Watcher, which gets to surveil the island away. We'll keep the Devious Cover-Up. Pass the turn. Don't care about a Loxodon Linebreaker. It's kind of a weak card. And don't care about a Luminous Bond either. We can just blink our Watcher eventually. Opponent's going to attack in, sure. That was kind of annoying, though. Yeah, let's pass it up. Get back our Watcher. Throw away the Luminous Bond. Go ahead and Watcher. I don't think we need an Informant anymore. We'll keep the Moment. And no attackers. Gotta just do the grind. We'll Essence Scatter anything my opponent puts out. Another Luminous Bond, huh? I mean, that's a terrible card to even Essence Scatter, but at this point I don't care. We're just going to fire off any mana. Alright, so a Moment of Craving the Loxodon Linebreaker. And start getting in for damage again. My opponent's going to do it that way. We're going to leave back a blocker so they can't gain life. At this point, what do we want? At this point, I think I'm just going to grab a Blink of the Eye. Just to get back my Watcher. Because I want to speed this up. These life gain decks are annoying. Swift Claw, I don't care about it. I'm the aggro deck now. Well, thank you for killing my Salvager. That's exactly what I want to happen. And can I recast it? No, we can't. We'll just pass the turn. Well, that's super annoying. Should I just blink of the eye that? Nah. Get to draw a card, get to get back a Watcher. Okay, drew another land that we don't want. Throw away the island, keep the Salvager of Secrets. End the turn. Counter whatever my opponent does. I can't counter a land. We'll go ahead and Notion Rain. Throw away, throw away. Kill that lifelinker. Attack in. My opponent has 1 turn to live. And we have ground out this game as well. We'll Devious Cover-Up anything my opponent does. Hey, at least they said good game. I'll say good game back. Dragonfire Whiz. And there you have it. Another easy finish for a white deck. So we play 2 white decks and a white-black life gain deck, a mono-white life link deck, and a mono-green. So again, this is Pauper for you. A lot of people, they think that aggro is going to be big, so they try to combat aggro. And that kind of gives the catch-22 for aggro. Like, aggro might do pretty decent versus me. I don't know. Moment of Cravings and Dimir Informants and Omenspeakers probably not. But, I mean, get you... Lava Runner is one of the more powerful cards that is available, so is Lightning Strike, and so that already puts you within a deck. Like, Black-Red Wizard seems like a pretty good deck, too. You have another direct damage spell, you have the Viashino, you have the 3-2, you have the 2-1, you have the 1-2. They can all get pumped up. I think I'm going to ship this back. Yeah, that's much better. We want to hit our 3rd land, so we'll throw that away. So I do like black. We'll have to make a black-red Wizards deck. Even mono-red Wizard seems like it's a thing. Seems like it could be a thing. Dang, I think I really need to put 1 more land in this deck. Maybe cut like a Dimir Informant. All right, so blue. This is gonna be blue. This can be basically the core 2019 strategy of blue-red tokens, and we get the Vapors, which is awesome because Vapors will just clear my opponent's board. And it looks like this might be some sort of Wizards. Yeah, this is actually Wizards with just good stuff, I'm sure. So unfortunately, we are not hitting our 3rd land, which is critical for this deck. Can you just throw out a Chronicler? I disagree with that. Unfortunately, this is how you lose Magic the Gathering games. I did everything I could, mulliganed. Haven't hit another card. Like, this is why we have so much setup in this deck. Just a divination. That's fine. Gives us some chance to get something out of this. We might actually drop a game. But this is no control. You have no control of this kind of stuff with Magic the Gathering. Aven Windmage, it's not... Yeah, this is just Wizards. Hey, there we go. At this point, we do want a Dimir Informant. Clears the board as far as the... we're going to throw everything away except the lands. We need to hit land drops. We are going to surveil our heart out. We even are going to get rid of the Watcher. The Aven Windmage is going to be a problem. We do not even have a removal spell for it yet either. Our deck is just not wanting to draw... I mean, we got both Salvager of Secrets and a Soul Salvage. So it's not wanting to draw what we need. We are at the mercy of lightning strikes now. Yeah, Pyromancer. See, yeah, I definitely thought this deck was going to be a thing. I might just Mephitic Vapors. No, we're still going to inform it next turn. I think my opponent would have attacked, though. Yeah, we need another Informant out. To play even more blocking duty. Come on, we need Moment of Craving, so I'm going to throw everything away but life gain stuff. Severed Strand. Double Moment. We'll take Double Moment. Sometimes you ask and you shall receive. We're still reeling from being behind on those mana, though. We took a lot of unnecessary damage if we would have hit that third land. My opponent's up to their fifth land. Next turn, regain 4 life. Ooh, that is tough. I don't think we quite lose, right? Yeah, we just take 7. Okay, so I'm glad my opponent uses that shock. Go to a 1. I'm going to fire both these off right now. Oh, no, I can't fire both of them off. Duh. Because I don't draw the other one yet. So I'm dead to a shock. I'm dead to a lot of things. This was really the getting stuck on 2 lands, stuck on 2 lands, stuck on 2 lands, stuck on 2 lands, stuck on 2 lands. So I think there's a shock in my opponent's hand. Unfortunately, we don't have another card. And there it is. So, again, I'm going to chalk this up just to horrible, horrible, horrible luck, keeping the 2-lander, not drawing, getting all three above lands. No Moment of Cravings, no Vicious Offerings, no anything early on. Again, I think I need to go up in a land, but that's magic. You have 0 control over... We're on the draw, too, so that's an extra draw. We mulligan the other 2-land hand. Got to keep the second 2-land hand. Nothing you can do about it. That is Magic the Gathering. That's one of the reasons why it's so frustrating. Okay, so, because it's another 2-lander, but this time we have 2 mana. We're also going first. We have an Omenspeaker. Yeah, I mean, I'll play that deck every day. That was another blue-red Wizards, another archetype I thought we would see for sure. You should win that matchup the vast majority of the time. Moment of Craving is definitely key. Severed Strands as well. Either one of those would have been amazing. This is another Forsaken Sanctuary. We will... scry away the... I'm going to scry both away just because I desperately want to hit land drops. We have everything we need going. Those are kind of redundant cards at this point. I want to hit lands. I want to get up to where I can Salvager of Secrets. Yeah, we've seen this deck before. All right. Come on, deck. Don't do this. Don't get stuck on lands again. There we go. There's one of them. Need one more land. I'm going to probably fire off a Moment of Craving this time around. Yep, we have played this deck already. Man, people are boring. I mean, I guess that's what you try to do first off is look at draft archetypes that work. So this one's trying Ixalan archetypes. Womp womp. Another Soul Salvage. That one's awful. Navigator's Compass, don't care about that. Opponent's really trying to gain life. And a Queen's Commission. So, we do need to find a land next turn. Opponent's trying to decide if 2 damage is worth it. I'll answer that for my opponent. It is not. My opponent disagrees. Someone play this sad violin for me. We're going to get stuck now with all 5 drops in our hand. We have, like, no dead draws now. We have 1 Salvager Secret, 1 Soul Salvage. No, 2 Salvager Secrets, 1 Soul Salvage. Ay, ay, ay. If I lose this one to this, I'm going to be a little bit upset. I don't understand this. I think my opponent's trying to set up an Epicure of Blood. Hey, there we go. We're going to watch her and we're going to throw literally everything away except for lands. I don't care what it is, it's getting thrown away except for lands. Yep, I'll even throw them. Maybe not the moment. Gosh, I kind of even want that on top. So I'm pretty sure my opponent is waiting for an Epicure of Blood in hand. And that's not even the biggest threat. We take damage. Another Queen's Commission. Jeez. Yeah, so we would have killed the... We'll be able to kill the Sky Marcher Bloodletter next turn. Yeah, I should have waited for a land there, I think. See if my opponent starts tacking in. Does not. Okay, so I think I'm just going to pass a turn and shoot off a... No, we're going to Salvager of Secrets. Gives us another blocker and gives us back a moment. And that way, next turn we can actually we can do cast 3 spells. Moment of Craving, and Severed Strands. So hopefully my opponent does put out an Epicure of Blood next turn, because then we have a really good play by my opponent's going to attack in with everything. Nope, just another Queen's Commission. That's all of them? No. My opponent has cast 3 of them and then 2 Martyrs. That's where we're getting the other 2 tokens from. So trying to out position. I think this is worth it, just to get kill the Sky Marcher Bloodletter. And then we have 2 moments up. And this allows us a Soul Salvage back, a Salvager of Secrets. Maybe that was actually not the right play. I can get back, our Salvager of Secrets can get back Severed Strand the following turn. So if my opponent does go Epicure of Blood, we can double Moment of Craving it too. It's coming out. No, never mind. The 4th Queen's Commission is coming out. Wow. Okay. Yep, the bite is fine. No attack. Or actually, we don't know yet. So we're just going to throw out some moments. Get our life total back up. I mean, this just negated the Sovereign's bite. And don't want Notion Rain quite yet. We're going to Salvager of Secrets on the Severed Strands, because that will give us another target for the Soul Salvage. And again, we don't have to worry about some Epicure of Blood coming out. There's Epicure of Blood. My opponent's going to probably start attacking in. But this is a losing battle with my opponent. My opponent's going to do 8 damage here. But lose a lot of resources. Puts me down to an 8, but the Epicure of Blood's dead next turn. And we gain 2 life. So land is also okay. We can kill the Watcher here to gain 4. Yeah, I think that's actually fine, because we're going to get it back anyway. And gaining 4, I think, is pretty smart here. Pushes us back up to 12. Alrighty, we're in great shape. My opponent says, nice. They're down to 5 cards. They're eventually going to draw lands. They're only still sitting at 5 lands. It's exactly what their deck wants. I don't think they attack in. I think this is a losing battle to be attacking in. They only get in for 3. Yeah, it's just going to be very, very tough for my opponent to come back from this. And I'm actually going to fire off a Severed Strands this turn to kill the bishop. Puts us back up to 14. And let my opponent go. Maybe that's not the right play. Maybe we should have waited for another Epicure. I do have to worry about, like, inspiring charges. So, I mean, I want to get rid of my opponent's cards as quickly as possible. Kind of want more lands with the Watcher. But I want to put a creature in the graveyard for the Soul Salvage. Right here. Don't think I need to keep up a blink. We have 3 blockers. Geez. Yeah, I don't think I want either one of them. In all honesty. We'll keep up a blink. Because in all honesty, I still want to hit land drops. The best case scenario is we can hit like a Skittering Surveyor. And that way we can start looping the Skittering Surveyor with Soul Salvage. And Salvager of Secrets. Navigator's Compass is not good. I could blink this Salvager of Secrets here. Do I care? No. Opponent still has 5 lands. Essence Scatter's fine. I'm in a Notion Rain here. And we'll throw creatures in the graveyard, keep lands. Throw everything else, so I just want lands. I do have to worry about Sovereign's Bites. We've only used 1. Yeah, Vicious Offering I don't care about at the moment. We'll throw it away. And I can actually Soul Salvage. No, we can't. We still don't even have the... We only have 1 creature still in the graveyard. Ugh, that's awful. Just pass the turn. This way we have Blink or Essence Scatter. Need to find our creatures. So, this feels bad. Cool, my go. I'm glad you told me it's my go. Well, thank you. I know it's my go. That's why at the end of your turn, I'm doing something. Vicious Offering's actually okay to... kill another one of these dumb tokens. And the reason why I'm doing this, I just want another target for the Soul Salvage. And I can get back like a Notion Rain. I don't know. There's a lot of things I can get back here. Don't care about a Soul Salvage because we still have another one that can get one back. I think we are just going to get a Notion Rain. And pass the turn. I can start attacking you with the Watcher, but I'm not too concerned with it. Eventually my opponent's going to... There we go. Draw lands. We knew that's coming. Now that is a pretty bad attack. Looks like a desperation attack. Can use an Inspiring Charge. It can. I mean, there's a lot of things my opponent can do here. None of them are good. Yeah, I should have done that before attacks. Can invoke your own Navigator's Compass. So basically my opponent's just raging here now. Cool, cool. Hey, we want the Skittering. We want both of them. Now this puts us really far ahead. We'll even keep up the Essence Scatter. And Devious Cover-Up's fine. Essence Scatter on the bottom is fine. Or Omenspeaker. We'll attack in with the Watcher. Get my opponent down from 47 to a 44. Oh, look at us. We are making ground. We unfortunately have to deal with our opponent not realizing they have a Navigator's Compass that they need to activate if they want to pass the turn. I wish they had auto yields like the MTGO. Sky Marcher Bloodletter gets Essence Scattered. My opponent rages in with a 1-1. In a Moment of Craving, my Omenspeaker. Come on, you can do it. Because I'd love to have another creature in the graveyard. Nope, just lets it go through. Devious Cover-Up coming. And now we get to pick apart our opponent's life. Opponent's vast majority of their deck is lands now. Gotta assume, well, not majority, but quite a few of them. This will get back a Soul Salvage. Do we even have targets yet with Soul Salvage? We have one Salvager of Secret. There's one of the lands that we knew was coming up. Opponent's life total is higher than their cards in their graveyard. Too bad I don't have a way to get rid of the Navigator's Compass so we can speed my opponent up. Oh boy, we just have a Rager? No, I think my opponent's just not realizing about the Navigator's Compass. Oh, now I've got my opponent's life total below their number of cards in their library. Dimir Informant gives us another attacker. Too bad there's not a creature that says reverse all creatures' power and toughness until end of turn. Our deck would be pretty good with these speakers and the Watcher of Mists and the Dimir Informants. At this point, we do not want either one of those. We have enough lands. We're almost down to our opponent's starting life total. There's another land. another land for us. And hey, look at us. We get to get our opponent down below their 20 starting life total. All right. So down to 14. 2 attacks and we win. Good game. You want to scoop it up if it's good game, my friend? Nah, you just want to now be a staller? Alright, good. Speed it up. Maybe they're saying good game because they have 4 damage to the face spells. Oh, thank God. Get rid of that. Other than it gives my opponent another turn. So I don't know how I feel about that. I guess I could have Devious covered it up. Oh, no, that is 9. I still have 9 here. Hallelujah! Now I gotta play this next game really quick because I'm late for the store. Don't have like oh, no opponent has anything, we just Devious cover it up. Boom! So 2-0 versus black-white, 1-0 versus white, 1-0 versus green. Unfortunately, we dropped that. Stuck on 2 lands for until turn 5 or turn 6. Here we go. Let's see if we can go with our 5th win. Devious Cover is going to play double duty versus the other control decks. If other people are playing a deck like mine, Devious Cover is great. It can counter and exile those Salvagers. Alright, awesome hand. We have a way to scry. We have 2 counter spells and a way to get things back. So this is exactly what we want. This should do very well for us. Comes into play tap land first. We're good on lands now. Gonna Essence Scatter my Omenspeaker. So we're going against blue. This should be interesting. We're gonna throw this away, and I think we want to keep Devious Cover-Ups. Alright, my opponent missed a land drop. We get our Informant. And I'm going to throw one of them away, keep the other one. No, I'm going to throw both away. Alright, are we playing our sister deck here? Death Blue with Thallid. It's fine. Now I'm wishing I would have kept those lands. At 5, we do need to keep our mana up to Divest. Divest misses. So my opponent can use Divest. It just completely misses. So we need to run into Notion Rains. Soul Salvage. Yeah, I should have kept those lands. Should have kept them both. Hit land, and been really good. The Burglar Rat gets syncopated. Might as well. Nothing better to do. We'll do another Informant. Of course, we want to throw creatures away if we have creatures. So throw the Skyscanner away. I'm going to keep the Dimir Guildgate now. Because we do want that 5th land. And then I think we can use a Severed Strand just to kill Deathbloom Thallid. Next turn. And then we can keep up the Essence Scatter. Don't care about a Whisper Agent. Yeah, opponent has a lot more aggressive creatures than us, but these Dimir Informant just blank them. So actually, we'll kill the Whisper Agent. Artful Takedown goes away. Yep. Just so we can get another one in the graveyard for the Soul Salvage. We'll Essence Scatter anything here. Duress. Duress kind of sucks. Gets my Devious Cover-Up. Steal a card for a card, though. Because we're Soul Salvaging next turn. Opponent actually takes a Soul Salvage. I think I disagree with that play. Alright, Moment of Craving is terrible. We are leaving our opponent up for like a 3-2 Hexproofer here. Nope, just Devour of Lights, which is... it's okay. It's okay. We need to find an answer for it. But we're fine. At this point, I don't want either one of them. I want to find my combo. Don't care about a Doom to Center. It's the least of my problems. Deadweight. 1, 2, 3. Nope, don't care about a deadweight. We will Moment of Craving and block with everything. We only lose an Omenspeaker for their 4-5. Speaking of Omenspeaker, there's another one. One's on the bottom as well. There we go. Perfect. We'll keep them both on top. And pass the turn. So we'll be able to grind out. This black-blue opponent doesn't really seem to be running the right control cards, in my opinion. I mean, it's decent. They're kind of aggressive with 3-2s and 4-5s. But for the most part, yeah, we just have a lot more going for us. I think we're going to just... I'm going to wait it out. Yeah, I'm going to wait it out. I don't want to spend mana here. I'm thinking like Essence Scatter. So I should have gone Dimir Informant first. I do not care about an Artful Takedown. Don't want either one of these. And no attackers here. Still want to hit land drops. I think this is going to be decided on big mana. So we want to hit those land drops. Eventually, so we can hold up counter magic and... Yeah, again, don't care about an Artful Takedown. My opponent can get in for damage. It's not relevant. Didn't even tap anything down either. So here we are going to go Salvager because we have the... No! I don't have the count. Oh, I'm glad that actually happened. Whew, that would have been rough. And we don't have a Salvager in the graveyard, so... I need the Salvager to get in the graveyard. So I'll start attacking in with the Salvager. Notion Rain is good on my opponent's end. Something we want to find as well. Found another land. Found a Whisper Agent my opponent's going to main phase. Keeps whatever it is on top. Awesome. No, no. Go. Oh, yeah, there you go. I thought they unblocked. There you go. That's a good opponent for doing that for me. So we're going to get back. I think Skyscanner or Dimir Informant might be better to get the right cards. No, we want Skyscanner and Salvager of Secrets and then not cast anything. Unfortunately, we need to hit land drops still. Have a lot of lands left in our deck. I'm going to be using this Devious Cover-Up probably no matter what this turn. Unless it's just not significant. So I need it. We're actually at equal lands with our opponent. There we go. Another land. Perfect. Get a Skyscanner. Hopefully it draws us a land. It does. So we have a land drop for next turn. Now we're ahead on the big mana. Essence Scatter's fine. Not going to even run anything out. Oh, I should be attacking with the Skyscanner. Can I? Nope, can't undo that. Pass the turn before it, but that's fine. Deathblood Felon, I'm just going to Essence Scatter it. At this point, I think we just start attacking with Skyscanner and start pinging down my opponent. We did hit another land drop, which is great. Like I said, the more mana, the merrier with this deck. It is a very, very mana-intensive deck. They can have the Grasping Scoundrel. That is about as threatening as they come. Non-threatening as they come. We're going to cast some Mephitic Vapors. Kill, kill, kill? Sure. Surveils too. Hopefully get some stuff in the graveyard. Opponent is definitely keeping up counter magic. I could care less if they syncopate it. And 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can actually counter it. But I don't even care. I think I'm going to let it happen. It's not even that big of a deal. I mean, we just traded Mephitic Vapors for a Syncopate. Salvager of Secrets can actually go get me a... Yep. We'll throw it out here. And this can go get a Soul Salvage. And Soul Salvage still can't get really anything. We have the Essence Scatter. I'll just Essence Scatter a Burglar Rat. Might as well. Dark Bargain, don't care. There's a Watcher. That's a threat. Soul Salvage and Salvager of Secrets is fine. I think we keep them both. Get in with the Skyscanner. Pass the turn. I should probably attacking the Salvager of Secrets too. Don't care about a Grasping Scoundrel. Opponent's going to lose 2 Grasping Scoundrels for a secret, a Salvager of Secret. So that allows us to Soul Salvage, getting back a Salvager of Secret and a Burglar Rat. And I'll play the Burglar Rat just to start ripping out my opponent's hand. And it will keep up the counter magic. So it's a Mephitic Vapors of my opponent's, huh? I don't know why they're running Vapors with a bunch of 1-drops. There's finally the scoop by my opponent. They've realized I've got the loop happening. Not the best competition in the Pauper right now. The only legit deck I would say, I don't know, the thing is those black-white decks would have done very well versus those Wizards decks. So the Wizards deck is probably going to run into those and not do very well. The only one we dropped was just Mana Screw. There's nothing you can do I know I've said that a bazillion times here, but anyway, let's go ahead and claim our prizes. We get an extra 100 gold. That's so relevant. And 2 cards, 1 rare and 1 uncommon. Woo! The prize support is so amazing. We get a Supreme Phantom, whoop-de-doo. Maybe Azorius will have some spirits. Maybe Orzhov will have some spirits. We'll see with the next set, but I doubt it. And we get a Plague Mare, which I already have 4 of, so that kind of goes towards my vault. Anyway, we'll have to play this other Surveil deck in the future. I think this one will do very good as well. It might be a little bit quicker to take out the games. We got some aggressive. I don't know. I definitely prefer the other deck. You can find the decks in the description below. And yeah, we'll see you next time with Pauper. We might mess around with some other of the decks. I could build a Orzhov deck that's legit. I don't like the way those people are building their decks because I think whenever you have a hole in your deck, it's going to be exploited. And a lot of those definitely have massive holes in their decks. So anyway, yeah. Find me next time for Pauper. We'll start live streaming as soon as I can fix whatever's wrong with the live stream, the YouTube connection. If not, we might go over to the other place that live streams that I cannot say on YouTube where they ban you. Anyway, this has been Kevin with Rogue Deck Builder. Thanks for watching.